Hi, everyone. Let's talk a little bit more about virtual learning and the Positivity Project. I'm sure you're thinking a lot about the beginning of school. I am thinking a ton about the beginning of school. What it's going to look like for my eighth graders. How am I going to deliver information? How am I going to split my days and my time between the things that need to go on in a synchronous way and things that can go on in an asynchronous way? And we've been thinking a lot about that too in regards to P2 materials. Just like the awesome materials that you've been developing for years, there are P2 resources that we think work better in asynchronous environments and some that work better in synchronous environments. So some of the features that we would suggest using in an asynchronous environment are the daily videos and the activities that you can pull right out of slide presentations. But we would also suggest that you take a look at our character cards and our P2 information for families that we're just releasing this year. These things are all compatible with things like Google Classroom and Blackboard and Schoology or Moodle, but you can also use them with apps like Remind and Blooms and Seesaw. So if there are materials that you particularly like from our slide presentations, what we would suggest that you do is go and use those things specifically instead of sharing out full presentations. So you can take questions for the class and post them directly to any one of those platforms. And you can take those videos that we have posted throughout all of our presentations and share them directly. All right, we would suggest that you do that instead of sharing full document presentations. However, we also have two resources that we feel are super conducive to asynchronous teaching. And those are our character cards and our P2 for Families, which is a new feature this year. I use the character cards every single week with my students. I post to my learning management system. I allow students to read and annotate those character cards, and I ask them to interact with those ideas directly with the other things that we're doing in class. Those character cards can be posted anywhere. Okay, so you can go into our P2 resources, pull each of those character cards, and use them directly with students in any learning management system, in any app that you decide that you want to use. P2 for Families works in exactly the same way. Parents and families will have complete access to these materials. You'll be able to post to any learning management system or any app that you're using, and it'll feature this system that we're calling 113. You'll find one quote, one video, and 3 conversation starters. You'll be able to share this information directly across to parents and to families, and it'll be an awesome way for your parents and your students to interact at home and for you to push this great information in a very consumable way out to families. Considering everything that teachers, students, and families are going to need to navigate in the 2020-2021 school year, we wanted to make sure that you had resources that you could use in a lot of different ways. We're hoping that these resources are helpful for you, and we can't wait to see all the great things that you're going to do in the classroom.